Good morning. What's going on? It's 2:03 a.m. 420. Happy 420. And I made the funniest tweet in the entire world yesterday. I get it because I don't like Persona 3. And I saw the dumbest motherfucker in the entire world, bro. Just type this fucking essay about my fucking video, bro. This guy, who's very annoying, says, most people complain about the video haven't watched past the first few minutes if they have at all. I have, and he gets plenty of points either just objectively incorrect or incredibly hypocritical because he praises these flaws when it's an SMT instead of Persona. I don't have a problem with a difference in opinion. I have a problem with hypocrisy and objectively wrong facts. Objectively wrong facts. I don't know the word for that. That's it. Not an idiom. What's the word when one word put next to another word don't oxymoron? That makes sense because this guy is a fucking oxymoron. And by that I mean he's a fucking idiot. And I'm going to just say it now. I'm not censoring his fucking name. I have firm trust that the fucking 10 people that will watch this video won't harass this dumb fucking bitch. I think I value very much the fact that the people that watch my videos don't harass people. And I would much rather have this person be completely embarrassed at how fucking stupid they are than have a bunch of fucking idiots, like, shame them. I'd rather them just sit and be dumb, you know what I mean? So don't be mean to this person. Simply Dads, Persona 3 is an overrated disaster. Response from the Yaoi Church. 233, he complains about how each of the modern Persona games have a shit sense of humor, if humor involving the sexualizations of teenagers. While I agree they're shitty scenes, they only happen once or twice per game. That is more than enough when they're fucking underage children. Moving on. It's not even true. There's so many fucking characters in modern Persona games that are just someone being perverted. That's not funny, but that's so fucking stupid. Why even, like, debunk that? What about this is fucking objectively wrong or is something hypocritical that I praised SMT for but criticized this game for? I don't like it in any game. If the butt of your joke is literally just perverted or anime girl naked, it's fucking cringe. Shut the fuck up. 4 minutes and 3 seconds in the opening cutscene, Yukari puts something that looks like a gun to her head, but if you already watched the opening, you know that's not exactly a gun. Incorrect. The opening does not suggest that evokers aren't just regular guns. You'd only know that they're not real guns after explained in the game, which is sometime after this cutscene. I think this may have forgot that Burn My Dread isn't the fucking opening to Persona 3 Fez. It's that shitty clip show where they show fucking gameplay of them shooting themselves with the fucking evokers. It gets worse. It gets worse, boys. I didn't make this fucking video for no goddamn reason, boys. 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Dad doesn't include this in the audio, but on screen he writes that Akutsuki is explaining what the Dark Hour is to two people who already know what it is. I believe Yukari quite doesn't understand this yet. Why would Yukari join Seas without knowing what the Dark Hour and Shadows are? It's explained to you, your main character, before you join Seas. It's pretty easy to infer that it's explained to other people before they join as well. You're so incredibly fucking stupid, I cannot find words for it. 6 minutes and 28 seconds in, Dad complains about how most of the scenes in the main story are cheap ways to set up the plot later, or massive exposition dumps where the stories or where the characters just explain their motivations and backstories, and then provides 3 examples, the last 2 of which I have problems with. First, Yukari reminiscing to herself while she's alone in her room makes sense. People talk to themselves all the time. No! I have never sat down or have met another person who just sits down and goes, man, I really miss my dog. He ran away 13 years ago. Man, things certainly have changed. Fuck off, freak. Secondly, Fuka explaining the situation with their family to Mitsuru makes sense because Mitsuru don't know this information already. Neither do the players. Why should I need to know this information? What relevance does it have to her character? None. Thirdly, in all 3 of these examples, we still need to hear about this information from somewhere. No, you don't. Y'all don't even fucking know shit about Yukari. The motivation doesn't need to be fucking sat there and explained. That's just basic fucking story writing. 8 minutes, 48 seconds. That addresses the major problem most people have with a battle system, in that the AI is too unreliable and not completely coded enough to take away proper control from the player. I agree with most of his points in concept, but the AI still has problems. Cool. In my personal experience, we're talking about subjectivity. This has nothing to do with me being objectively wrong or hypocritical. I'm gonna fucking skip this. Suck my fucking dick. 9 minutes, 48 seconds. Here, Dad claims that Persona 4 and 5 don't ever make you actually feel like the leader of the group, in comparison to 3 or 4, explaining that in P4, everything just happens around you without your input, and in Persona 5, you're given multiple characters who fill in the leader role for you. Sure, these may be true. He's admitting that I'm right. I'm assuming this is him. I don't want to assume anything. There's no pronouns here. 10 minutes, 40 seconds. Dad complains that the one more system in P3 is repetitive and becomes dull after a while. And this is true. The problem here is that this is a feature of the overwhelming majority of JRPGs. Man, it's almost like I don't fucking like most JRPGs. 12 minutes and 4 seconds. Dad complains that the Guardians of Tartarus, the mini-bosses that you fight as you climb higher up, are either damage sponges or force the player to switch up their play style and do what the boss forces them to do. The reason why this shits me is because Dad has just straight up praised the exact same design choice multiple times before in SMT games, particularly with the Minotaur in SMT4. This is blatantly hypocritical at best, and it's a big point that makes me think he's just fucking hates modern Persona instead of actually fairly critiquing the games. This one is just blatantly not true at all. The tutorial of SMT4 gives you all the tools you'll need to, fight him effectively, but the game doesn't stop you from beating him with ice, without ice, with buffs, without buffs, with fusion, without fusion. It's not difficult. And you're literally just wrong, objectively. And I guess that makes you a hypocrite. You hate to see it, bro. 13, 14, I'm not even going to talk about this one. This is just fucking stupid. Because you die and it's game over, that means you're the leader. I think it means you're the main character. Dumb fuck. 16 minutes and 9 seconds. Dad claims that you're only listening to 5 to 7 songs for the majority of the game when there's over 50 songs on the soundtrack. This isn't really true because the game changes up the music you hear in the overworld multiple times. This is a 120-hour game. You know how many times it does that? 3 times. You're so right, man. You're so right, because 3 songs in a game change. That means, the whole shit is just completely unique, completely different. My point is invalid, you know what I'm saying? There are 62 songs in Persona 3. Because 3 songs change, that means there's 8 songs that you'll be hearing throughout the entire game. In the overworld, at least. 18 minutes, 10 seconds. Dad claims that Persona 3 is the only modern Persona game to actually develop the characters. I did not say that. This is what YouTube comments has told me. So your entire fucking argument is so stupid. You're an idiot. I use YouTube comments to fucking talk about why that fucking praise of the game is stupid.
I don't understand how he could have possibly believed the characters don't develop.
You're literally fucking. Not only are you saying that I'm the one saying this, but you don't even get the fucking point. They're saying that the characters progressing in the main plot is a praise of Persona 3, dog. Not the fact that they get developed, because obviously characters fucking develop. You are dumb. And I don't like you. Keep in mind that he fucking kept me tagging all this fucking stupid ass shit, by the way. 20 minutes, 15 seconds. Dad claims that Junpei and Chidori's relationship sounds good, but the fact that there are only 4 scenes in the game that really develop the relationship and they're all full of awkward dialogue ruins it. They're fucking teenagers. I'm gonna just not even read the rest of this shit. Saying that's the point does not make something automatically good. 21 minutes, 43 seconds. Dad says that the poor writing and voice acting dampens the emotional effect of a bunch of the most dramatic scenes in the game. The voice acting for most, not all of the characters, is pretty great.
He says one thing, but I think it's good.
Fuck off. Literally nothing about this has been objectively wrong or hypocritical, except for the one thing that you fucking made up about SMT4. Dad claims that Mitsuru is incredibly shallow and her entire character arc boils down to wanting to atone for the actions of the people before her. There's more to Mitsuru just about that. She also wants to learn more about lives and those she considers more normal. That's her social link. It has nothing to do with the fucking plot. and is never reflected in the plot either. 24 minutes and 2 seconds. I actually agree with Dad completely here. The whole fucking teacher preying on an underage student thing is fucking gross, and I hate it. But apparently, you know, sexualization of teenagers, which is my big point, that apparently has very little importance or relevance to the experience, is not a fucking bad thing. Which one is it, Michael? Which one is it, Becky? I don't know if you're a guy or I don't know what you identify as. So you're either fucking Michael or Becky. You can pick one, because I know you're about to watch this shit, because I'm going to send it to you. Which one is it? Dick Atkins. He claims that an important scene involving Ryoji is too awkward and doesn't make any sense, but that's wrong. Apparently objectively wrong. On top of that, he edits the scene in an attempt to make it look less coherent than it actually is in a game. Except I didn't. I edited it in a way to make it funny because the dialogue is fucking bad. And they repeat the same thing over and over again. You think I manipulated the cutscene to make it look worse than it actually is? No, I just cut out all the fucking dumb shit in between. It's not incoherent. It's very clearly understood what the fuck is going on. The point is that it's done in a shit way. Way to miss the point, Michael. Becky. 26 minutes, 48 seconds. Dad goes on to praise the month of January. The atmosphere. This has nothing to do with the fact that I am objectively incorrect or hypocritical. Shut the fuck up.
Everything that you said negative about the game was wrong, but this one part where you praised the game, I really agreed. Wholeheartedly.
Fuck off. 28 minutes and 20 seconds. Dad talks about how Aigis is a terrible character and that the main plot reveals that Aigis still death inside Minato, along with effectively kicking off most of the major plot events of the game. This is incredibly convoluted. Or I'm saying that it's convoluted. Again, I don't even understand how you can fundamentally believe this. It isn't really that convoluted at all. Other stories are far, far more convoluted. Again, just because something worse exists does not make this good. This isn't really hard to understand. It's pretty fucking simple. I never said it was hard to understand. It's just dumb. Way to miss the point, Michael, Becky. I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, you actually thought you were on here with that one, bro. Twitter for Android really putting them worms in your brain. 29 minutes, 32 seconds. Dad very briefly claims that the final boss sucks because of the 30-minute damage sponge with no real challenge. This is true, but
that's not what makes the final boss so incredibly memorable. That's how everything is built towards this moment. How the scales have been brought so high, yet believable. And the themes of the game coalescing into this incredibly impactful and powerful final battle. That's why this battle is loved by so many. What the fuck does that mean? What do we have to say about this, boys? And by we, I mean me. What do I have to say about this? This guy is a fucking idiot. None of this is objectivity. This is literally going, I like it. Other people like it. That's the point. Being the point is not a fucking excuse for something being bad. You know what I mean? You liking it does not make it good. Maybe don't confuse fucking objectivity with subjectivity. You are so fucking stupid. You got a really big forehead, bro. And you should feel bad. Go outside, touch some grass.